Hi everybody, so today I have the MAC Metamorphosis collection. Well, I've picked up quite a bit of it, especially this face palette, which I'm going to be trying on eyes and face today. These do all appear to be shimmery, so I don't know how I'll get on the face, but maybe we can get a highlighter and an eye look out of it, maybe a blush with a bit of glow. We'll see. And then I've picked up quite a few of the lip products. So I've got a new lip liner, I've got a new lipstick, I've got one of the Glow Play, is it? Yeah, Glow Play lip balms that launched last year, but they've got a new shade and it's all in the same packaging. And I've also got a lip balm. It's not actually called lip balm, is it? It's Lipglass Blow Plumping Oil. This one's in Snapdragon. So really looking forward to this. This really appealed to me. It's different, it's funky, the packaging is fun. So can't wait to get started. I've got swatches and we'll be trying it all on. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Hannah, I'm 49, and here on my channel I show you a lot of luxury makeup, lots of new releases, a bit of affordable if I think it would interest you. And I do upload here several times a week, so if you think you'd be interested in that, I'd be over the moon if you did subscribe. But if you're already subscribed, welcome back. Thank you so very much for being here. Anyway, that's enough about me. Let's dive straight into the MAC review. Let's first and foremost show you my swatch video of this face palette, which is how we'll start today. After I think I've put one lip product on so we can see the lip products throughout the video. Here is my swatch video to start though. So let's start by putting the Glow Play lip on. So here is the packaging, which I really do like very much. Very pretty. So the shade that I've picked up, I've written down that I've picked up two, but I haven't, so I'm not sure what, maybe they've launched two, that's what I've written down. Frolic in Coral and Smile in Pink. So I've gone for Smile in Pink. I did really like these when they launched. I wouldn't say that this type of product is a favourite of mine, but in terms of this type of product, it's very good. It's not a bad one. It's pretty much on par with all of the other ones that launched in the last sort of 2 years. Oh, that's got quite a bit of pigment actually. It's quite a warm pink. It's very comfortable actually. I'm remembering as I apply it, it's actually more hydrating than some of the ones. So when I say it's on par, it's actually a bit better than some. So we got pigment, a lot of hydration without being too sort of balmy so that it will move and migrate. It will actually stay on the lips. I like that. But at the same time, as you can see there, you could just apply it without looking. It's very nice. I do remember how much I like these now. It's just like, I forget. I remember thinking they were, from my memory, that I thought they fitted in with all of the others, but I also definitely remember now thinking they were slightly better than lots of others. We had some from Lancôme, we had some from Lisa Eldridge, we had them from everyone, didn't we? This is lovely. If you like the colours and you like the packaging, and probably you would like the pricing because it's a bit better with MAC than some of the brands I mentioned. Not a bad choice at all there. So let's move straight into the face palette. Let's see what we can do with this. So it does look very shimmery, and my immediate disappointment with it, if I can get it open, is how small this lilac is. Can you see from when I've just gone in with my finger, and I do like to apply a shimmer with my finger. I don't have very big fingers either, very wide fingers, but can you see how it's smudged into this one here? Now I can appreciate this dark shade here is going to be used the least. It's probably more of a liner shade. So that's the smallest, but why did we have to make lilac quite that small? Because that can be used as a highlight, it can be used as an all over eye. I don't know why that had to be the smallest. But anyway, and then we've got a gold, which I'm not interested in the gold, but these could both be blushes and this could be a highlighter. I suppose you could do these two as blush and highlighter, but they are both glowy. So let's try the Shadow, it is Shadow, isn't it? The Reformulated 2609, which is only just launched. It's quite a good size brush actually for getting into these. Let's try this one first as a blush, keeping in mind how much glow I'm likely to get. So I haven't put bronzer on. Can you see how pale I am? I haven't put anything on my face, so you're going to see exactly this. I did have a tiny bit of contour. So being very tentative with this deep shade here, you can see it's not that shocking at all. Actually, that's not bad. For my complexion, that does look quite scary, doesn't it? But then it is a shimmer shade. It's not a heavy pigmented matte shade, which in some ways is better for my complexion. If you think of it like sort of Glow Play, the Gucci Glow Blush maybe, with a bit more shine. That's not bad at all. It's going on nicely and evenly. I'm able to build it up. So I'm being very tentative. You could go in with a more dense brush if you've got a deeper complexion to mine and probably get a lot more pigment. But something like this brush with the Shadow fine tips means you can buff it in, which I would recommend. I think it's a really good way of doing it. Oh, I like that. It's quite warm on me though, isn't it? It doesn't read as so much of a pink. It almost looks a bit orange on my complexion. Isn't that funny? Do you think it looks a bit orange? Looking at my monitor here, I think it does a bit. So God knows how warm that one will be. Let me just clean the brush off and I'll try this one. I think I'll do the same on the eyes. Probably that's the best way to do this. Even though I want to do a look with the lilac. Maybe I'll do one warm eye and one cool eye, and the cool eye can have a lot of the lilac. I don't want the lilac to just be the small part of this story. Who can do that to a lilac? Let's make gold the small part of this story, because I hate gold. So this is going to suit people who are neutral, basically, or warm, I think, because I think they're going to suit anyone with warm tones, apart from maybe the lilac and maybe that. But on the whole, cool tone people might be a bit unhappy with some of these shades and it will put you off. I think this one, and this one, these three here will work well. So someone who's neutral probably love this because you've got the cool and the warm options. Now I'm mostly cool tone, but I can get away with neutral, so this might just be a palette for me. The only thing is, are you seeing any real difference? I've just used pink on this side. And now I'm going in for this more sort of orangey. I think, did I get the names of these anywhere? Or are they written on the back? They are written somewhere, aren't they? I know I've written them down. Let me have a look somewhere. I've written this. It doesn't mean I've got descriptions though, but I definitely had names of the actual shadows. Ah, okay. So this one is called Calypso Coral. Just does not look like a coral there, but it is a coral, so I suppose it's reading exactly as it should. And this one is called Hot Honey, so they're both very warm. Can you see the shine I'm getting from Hot Honey? I think if you've got warm tone skin, you'll love Hot Honey, and definitely you can see how this is working as a very glowy blush, but not one that's particularly holding on to texture and massively emphasising it. It's not too bad, considering they're all shimmers. They are, even this one, which you might think is a matte, they're all shimmers. But yeah, I think that's about enough for me. I really like that, you know, it's a summer blush. Look how lightly that's gone on. Makes me think I don't really desperately need a finishing powder. I mean, I always tend to use one these days. But yeah, I quite like that. And shall I try and get a fan brush? Maybe I could. I've got this Sonia G fan brush. If I try and take this one here, this one is described as Daft Pink. We love a Daft Pink, eh? Let's see, I'll take this over this coral. So this is a shimmer on top of a shimmer, so does it work as a blush and a highlight? Just sort of doubling up the glow. It's quite pretty, but I don't think it goes very nicely with the coral. I don't know. I'm saying, I'll try the gold on this side. I don't want to, but I will. But this is definitely not a highlighter tone that's going to work for me, but it might work very well for you if you've got a deeper skin tone or a warmer skin tone. That does actually look very pretty on top of that honey, doesn't it? It's just not quite for me, for my complexion, but I think you'd love it if you've got a warmer skin tone. It's almost giving a little bit of pink as the two meet. It is gold, but it's very nice. The formulas are very nice. I definitely need a finishing powder to even that out, and I definitely need some sort of bronze. So let me just quickly dip into this Victoria Beckham brick bronze I've been using here in the lightest shade, where I just dip into both. I'll put a bit of colour, because otherwise I'm going to look a bit strange with all this colour on my cheeks and nothing else. I didn't really think about what these colours would achieve on my face. I thought, let's just get on camera and see what happens. So that's why I didn't put any bronzer on, so you can see it without any bronzer. But the bronzer will help now, just to bring a bit of warmth, because these colours, they need a bit of warmth around them, I think, for it to work on my very fair, pale skin. Yeah, it's starting to look a bit better with it. Just a little bit of warmth added to my face. I do feel I need some sort of finishing powder on that side. I think I'll do that next, just to see how it can be balanced out. So I've got here the Dior Forever one I've been using, the Nude Matte Filter. And I'll take my Buffer Pro from Sonia G and go in with plenty of this. And just go on the edges, just to buff that all in and soften the edge, especially this side. It is pretty. I think with a gold look, something Natasha Denona Golden palette, that type of eyeshadow look, it would be very nice. Right, I'd like to sort of figure out, can I get a little bit of this lilac on my cheeks? I don't know. Can I get a brush into it? Let me try the fan. Now obviously this is going to look a bit odd, but let me just try. I can just about get the fan in, but it's hard to know when I'm doing it. Is it slightly picking up everything else? Let's just see if I can get a bit of this lilac. Can you see that? I can't really see it. Maybe that's why it's in such a small one, because they're thinking more use it on the eyes than the face. Can you see any lilac? I can't see any, and I don't want to go back and forth too much because I'm guaranteed to pick up more of that coral. No, don't really see that. I will take a bit more of the pink now I'm here and run a bit of that down the nose. The pink one is definitely a better one for me. I think you can probably tell from my tone of voice. I'm not really excited about this one at the moment. Anyway, let me take the lip product off so we can go to the next one. Gosh, that's left quite a stain on my lips, look. I don't remember whether they did that last time or not. Now for me that's a bonus, because I do like it when a lip balm disappears and still leaves colour. Or anything really, because it's just useful having to just reach for a lip balm. But you might not want that. It's definitely left a bit of colour behind. So they've launched a new lip liner. I do love lip liners, and this one is called Spiced Tea. So we have the same packaging from this collection, and this shade just really appealed to me. So I've probably got so many MAC liners in similar shades. It is a bit like the Cool Teddy one really. But anyway, let's try it. How will this look with my very pink lips? This is definitely a shade that will go with lots of looks. That line there. Talking whilst doing it is a disaster. Gosh, filming after having a coffee isn't the best plan either, but I'm getting up at silly o'clock these days, so my coffee is being brought forward very early. I like that, and I know we'll get longevity out of this. So let's see, I think, what this looks like without the lipstick. What shade did I get in the lipstick? I got shade Barefoot. So I got this pink, which I'll try that at the end. What I thought I would do for now is try the lip gloss, just to see what it looks like on its own and whether it's got any pigment. So did I write down any more details about this? Just Snapdragon. So I know they're plumping oil. I think it has, yeah, a slight burning sensation. I'm sniffing it because you can tell from the chemical sort of smell you get. So it's got just a slight hint of that sort of honey shade, quite similar really to the gold that we've got here. Even this one's the one called Honey, confusingly. Let's try this on the lip. So this is just going straight on. No, there's not really any pigment. It smells quite fruity, which is very pleasant. But it's reading as a clear gloss. I don't really see any pigment, and I do have a bit of that stain there from the lip balm, or the glow play. It's very comfortable. It's a very nice formula. It's just a topper. We'll try it at the end as a topper over this. I'm starting to get that tingling sensation in the lips, so you can see for yourself maybe if it plumps. So let's try a cool and a warm eye look now. Can I get my crease 2 brush in here for this? I'll try this one, I think, as a one and done shade, as a warm look. I suppose I could go in with that other one as well. Well, you can see that this is the Sonia G Crease 1 brush. That's really not picking up much at all, so I'm going to take a lot more this time. I've just remembered it was this side of the face that I used that shade, so I'm doing it the opposite way. Anyway, I don't think it really matters because both sides look very warm. As we established, I did think when I started this was not going to look quite as warm, but that's actually very pretty on the eyes. I prefer it on the eyes, even though it's not too bad on the face either. I did say I liked it. Well, that is actually a very pretty shade. I like that. So if you like this, I think you'll enjoy eyes and cheeks together. Very simple. I'd say summery, not spring look. Maybe I could take a bit of this one in the outer V section, see if it gives me a bit of depth. Never know. A little bit. They're very light, very easy to work with. Very user-friendly formulas, but we're not getting any mattes in there. So you could just go down with a bronzer first in the transition and then take one of these shimmers. But I really don't think these are particularly bad on mature skin. I think it's quite a mature skin friendly sort of formula, isn't it? Let's take it underneath as well. So I'll go in with a flat brush and put it underneath. I'm tapping off, but I don't actually feel I need to because nothing is coming off as I tap off. So it's very good from that point of view as well. Just a question of whether you love the colours. Because this is what I felt with the Chanel that just launched, the Chanel face palette. Unless you love all the colours, it's just not worth getting these, is it? If there's maybe just one in this one you don't like, maybe it's still worth it. And how much did this cost? I'll just look that up as I do the other side. So I'm going to clean off the Crease 1 brush. I'm going to try and get this into the lilac. Wish me luck. I can get in the lilac with this brush actually. Oh, it says out of stock. £40 this palette, so a lot better price than the Chanel. So I think £40 isn't too bad if you're just skipping one. Oh, I don't think I can get this with a brush. Right, what shall I do? I'll take this one and use that as a sort of transition shade on this eye. So we're going to establish now that we're mixing cool and warm on this side because I want two colours. It is very nice on the eyes, I really do like it, and I love how easy it is. It's a bit hard to go wrong actually. So let's take the lilac type shade with my finger and see if I can get a bit more from it without picking up that rich shade. which is called Cherry Sangria, this shade here, and this one is called Lavender Lemonade. I'll see with my finger. Oh, that looks lovely with my finger. See, look at the difference. It's almost got a wet finish, you know, when you touch it, this one. It's a lovely formula, really silky. Oh, I love that. That is very nice. So you can create some very different looks. So you can take this all over the lid, or you could just have a little bit to put in your inner corner. Maybe I'll do that on the other side. Very creamy to touch, this one. I say that, I haven't used any of the others with my finger, but there's something about this. It's almost squishy to the touch, it's almost wet. There's no information on the website at the moment, so I can't tell you anything about it. Even on the MAC website there wasn't when I started filming this morning. This launched exclusively on Selfridges. That's definitely a cream. And today when I checked, it was on the MAC website in the UK, not in the US. So you're not able to get it yet, but that's very unusual. Very unusual. I'm sure the US will be getting it soon. Because normally it takes us a few weeks to get it here in the UK, so these brands, they like to keep us on our toes, don't they? Working out who can get what when, and we never really know. So I'll take the flat brush and take this one underneath. That is a very nice lilac, and as you all know, I do love a lilac. I'd be quite interested to see, yeah, there's definitely a different feel to this one. If I put this one in the centre of the lilac, oh yes, that's nice. So this is more of a silky feel powder, and the lilac feels more like a sort of gel, a gel cream. Oh, that's pretty. Now I've done that, I want to do the same on this side. Oh yeah, I love that. That's a very nice topper shade. Look at that. Oh, lovely. Now this would be a nice inner corner shade as well. Let me get my BK Beauty. So on this side, where I've got the lilac, I will use this as my inner corner. So this was the Daft Pink, which I'm a big fan of so far. And also I could use the Daft Pink underneath the brow. Not showing up massively. I think I can be quite generous. So this time I've taken a bit more. Yeah, I think it's better as a top of this shade. It's not massively visible when you see it there into the brow, is it? And I do think they perform better with your finger. I don't really want to run under my brow with my finger. I just don't think that works very nicely. But I will go with the lilac, even though I don't know if it'll work well with a brush. And try it on this inner corner here. See how it just doesn't show up? Definitely likes a finger, the lilac, doesn't it? How can I do that with my finger? Can I get my little finger in there without it looking messy? See, look at the difference. But it's a little bit messy. I think if you don't have any nails, you might find that a bit better. It shows up so much more. Definitely be worth trying different things out, I think, without across the whole lid and then layering different things above it. Now I definitely feel I've got too much of that underneath. Anyway, I will sort that out towards the end. Let me get a liner brush now and try this shade here. So is this one like a wet gel as well? No, this one has a silky powder finish. So the only one that seems to be pliable, like a cream or putty feel even, if not gel, is the lilac. So this is quite deep. Is it going to be deep enough? So far nothing has been, and the shimmer is what takes the depth away there. Yeah, it's not showing up massively. I don't know, it's okay. I don't know what else I'd use a shade like that for. I really wouldn't want it on the eyes. It's not a shade that works very well for me. But the brush doesn't really pick up much. Maybe I'll spray the brush and wet it to see if I can get a bit more from it. So let's give that a go. I'll try that on this side to see if it's any different. Yeah, definitely better with a wet brush, look. Much better. I don't know if you'd be watching this thinking, why do I need a brush for one, a finger for the other, a wet brush for the other? Why can't they all just work? Because I think that's what I'm thinking a little bit. I've got to get the right size brush to fit into the pan. And then not every product works with a brush, and some brushes have to be wet. So, is that making it a little bit fiddly? Some people might enjoy having that sort of playing around. I quite do actually. If I'm just doing a review or I've got time to sit and play with makeup, then fine, I don't mind playing around. But if you're looking for a quick look, you don't really want to be fussing around that much, do you? Anyway, completely personal. I know a lot of people wet the brush, so it's not a big deal. Anyway, I think what I'll do is I'll go off camera, do a little bit of a tidy up around the edges, especially getting rid of that lilac where it's gone down too low there. Pop some mascara on and be back to try on that final lipstick. But before I go, take a look at my lips, because they feel more plumped, and I think they do look a little bit plumped, as much as these things can. But I do feel it's done it a bit. So I like the liner, the gloss is just okay, but we will take a look at the gloss as a topper on the lipstick, so I'll see you for that. So here is both looks now, slightly cleaned up with that lilac, with some mascara added. Very simple. It does look spring-like. When I said it looks very summery, maybe this shade, but when you introduce that lilac and when you put that pink highlighter, it does give a summery, spring finish, doesn't it? But I think it would work very well for summer as well, but very light, very low in pigment, but that's what you'd expect from all shimmers. Anyway, we're going to finish now with this lipstick. So this is the MACximal Matte Lipstick. They've launched 3 new shades, and this one is Barefoot. I do really like matte lipsticks generally, and this, for a matte formula, is very hydrating and creamy. It's a very nice formula. You can see there just how creamy it is. I do very much rate this formula. Oh, that's a lovely colour. Oh, that's gorgeous. This has a lovely vanilla fragrance, quite a strong vanilla fragrance, very nice. Quite a sharp edge, so I can use it to sort of line. I don't think that'll last long, but it's quite nice. I love MAC lips. I wasn't expecting to be disappointed with this. That shade is lovely, really lovely. I can see that being a favourite for spring summer for me, very much so. And can you see when the packaging sort of catches in the light all the colours that you saw in my swatch video? It's on the lipstick as well. I do like that, it's quite funky. So there we have Barefoot. I did say I would show you how the matte looked with the gloss on top. I don't feel it needs it. This is not a matte lipstick that needs any sort of hydration on top. It gives you plenty. But anyway, as soon as I've got it and it looks so clear, let's see if it changes. It's got some sort of shine in it. You can see it as it goes on, but it just disappears. It's got some sort of almost holographic note inside. You can see in the bottle. But you don't really see it once it's blended onto the lip. It's just giving me a glass finish, as the name suggests. I've made a right mess of the brush now, but anyway. There we go. Very simple look today, very easy to apply. I can't say I'm madly in love with this face palette though, as you've probably noticed. It's just okay. And that's all I'd say about it. I can immediately think it will be put away for me to review again at the end of the month. Will I go back to it? Will I want to go back to it? I don't know. That's the honest answer. I mean, I do love this shade, but it's such a faff. I've got to get my finger into it, and I can't. I mean, I can go for cream only types of brushes, but even with a cream brush, I think the finger is the best way to go with that formula, and it is a bit fiddly unless you just have 0 nails. Even then, you need a really small little finger to get into there. And these as blushes, they work as a light blush. They definitely do. They're very easy, and they're just not difficult to blend out at all. Very warm, because these two shades are very warm and the gold very warm. This highlighter, beautiful. This is a liner, just okay. You could use it to make more depth in the outer V if that's something you'd like to do. So it does have that. So it does have a lot of multi-purposes, this. It's not bad. I don't hate it at all, but I'm not sure if I'm in love with it. Anyway, love the packaging, love the idea, love the fact that it was something different, something fun. And I appreciate that, and I appreciate MAC for coming out with something that's pretty different, fun. I'd love to know your thoughts. The lip products, loved them. I love their lip liners and their lipsticks in loads of formulas actually. I just love them. Love this formula. I will definitely be using this lipstick and this liner quite regularly. But I also really love this one. This is a cracking formula, it really is. It makes me want to go and dig out the ones I got last year now, because I remember how much I liked them, but we got so flooded by them they almost got forgotten. So I need to dig them out and make sure I reuse them soon. So what are your thoughts on everything I've shown you today? MAC have really been coming out with some big collections lately and upping their game, and I think a lot of people are starting to get a lot more interested in MAC because of that. Are you one of those people? And if you are you interested in this collection? I'd love to hear your thoughts, and if you've enjoyed this video, please do hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed, I'd be over the moon if you did, but if you already are, you're at the end of another video, and I'm so grateful to you, and I really, really hope to see all of you again for my next video. Take care everybody, bye!